What is up, guys? This is the AI King, Russ Ward, and what I'm going to show you in this video is how easy and how quick it can be to create a demo voice AI bot for any company at all. And we're just going to pick a random company. Somebody asked for a demo of a pressure washing company. So what I did was I went to Google and I looked for best pressure washing companies in Tampa Bay. And I'm just going to pick the top one down here in business search. So we have Pink Flamingo Power Wash, right? So I'm going to open up their website. This is everything about Pink Flamingo. Seems like a very nice company here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of things to prep myself for this. The first thing I'm going to do is I have all these different pages down here of all the demos I've already made. So let me just open one up for you. And you can see this is the one that we made for solar, right? Very nice. Basically, it has a nice headline specifically for solar, tells what an AI receptionist does. Down here, we have a link to a orb that you can go on the website and literally talk to the bot. Check this out. So what we found is that a lot of people won't actually click a button and make a call, but they will click a button and talk to a bot. So that's what we're doing. We have the FAQs and we have this. So that's our template, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to clone that, but I'm going to include all that as part of how long it takes. Then we have Vapi, where we actually make these bots. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to make Pink Flamingo. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put the timer over here and we're going to figure out how long it takes exactly to do this and do it right. I'm not going to rush through it. All right, ready? Let's go. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go over here and I'm going to clone this. I'm going to clone it right in the same account. Go all the way down here to the bottom, excuse me, and we're going to call this pressure washing. And then we're going to call this pressure washing. All right, so now we have our cloned page. And once this thing loads up here, I'm going to hit edit. I'm going to take this headline. I'm going to pop it into ChatGPT. I'm going to say, this is for a voice AI receptionist. Turn it into a great headline. And I'm just going to drop that in there. See what ChatGPT comes up with. So always answer, always book. Yeah, I kind of like this one. Looks might be a little bit long, but we'll see. All right, so I'm gonna go back over to here, paste that in. That's not bad. And then the other thing we have to do is do the same thing on mobile. And so there, we have that. Okay, that's all we need to do for this part. Just update the headline. Now, I also want an image for this. So I'm going to say, make me a split screen image within office environment. Make the bot look robotic, but feminine with hair and be wearing a headset. On the other side, show a man in front of a house with a very dirty driveway calling the pressure washing company. At the top, make the text say AI receptionist. All right, so it's going to get to work on that. So we have our page and we're working on our image. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Vapi, where we actually make these bots. So the first step is to go to an assistant. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a random, I'm I'm going to grab a random prompt from another assistant I make. So this is a local business I made yesterday. I'm just going to grab this prompt, and I'll tell you why in a second. And then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to create an assistant. I'm going to call this pressure washing. It's going to be a blank template. I'm going to click create assistant. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to pick not mini cluster, regular cluster. It's 1 cent more, but the response is much better. Okay. And then I'm going to go down here to voice configuration, and I'm going to pick Paige because she sounds the most lifelike. So let's see what's going on with ChatGPT. And I'm going to open up another ChatGPT, and I'm going to say modify this prompt to turn it into a prompt for a pressure washing company called, and then it's going to be Pink Flamingo Power Washing. And I'm not going to paste the prompt in there yet. I'm like, yeah, well. And then I'm going to say, this is the information to add. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Pink Flamingo. And I'm just going to go like this. This is the information to be used to create the new prompt. All right, paste all in there. I'm gonna go to a few more pages. Copy all of this. And really what I'm doing here, guys, is I am just taking a huge data dump and I'm telling ChatGPT to basically figure this out and make me a nice prompt. And if you wanted to, you could be super particular about what you put in here, what you don't put in here. But in this case, I'm just dumping it all in here. And then we're going to see what it comes up with. And the few I've made like this with all these big data dumps, it's actually made really good prompts. And let's go to service areas, because that's important. And then, whoops. The last thing we want to do, so we want to make sure we have accurate contact information, because that's very important. All right, so we're going to go down here, phone number, and want to grab these business hours over here. And I think that should be it. So we'll let ChatGPT do its thing. Let's see what image it came up with. Okay, cool. But yeah, we don't want the guy to be a, make it like a YouTube thumbnail and make them human-like. The man is a homeowner, not a pressure washer employee. All right, so go with that. All right, so here's the prompt. And then what I tell it is, give it to me, markdown language code without emojis, because emojis will mess it up. Now here it's going to write this in markdown language code, which is the way AI likes to read things. It's always important to put everything in markdown language code. And then there we go. And then I'm going to say one last thing, provide all links. We don't need to do that. Only for texting links, and we're not going to be testing links in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. I'm going to go back to Vapi, go to the system prompt, and I'm just going to paste it in there. And then I'm going to get the name one more time, Pink Flamingo Power Wash. Say, hello. Thank you for calling Pink Flamingo Power Wash. Oops. This is Paige. How may I help you today? All right. And then I think that's all we need to do on there for now. Later, we could edit this. We could ask questions. We can integrate this with high level. We can book appointments, but this is strictly for demo purposes. So I'm going to hit publish. I'm going to go back over and look at our image, see if this is almost done. Looks like it is. But while we are doing that, what I can do is I can talk to the assistant and make sure it sounds right. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn it up so you guys can hear it. And what you do is you just click the connecting button.
Hello, thank you for calling.
Hey, Paige, I have a really dirty driveway and house. Can you guys come out and clean that for me? Yes, my name is Russ Ward. Yeah, 813-555-1212. You know what? Can you tell me a little bit about your company before we have anyone come out? Do you guys can you come out and do it in person like today? Afternoon would be great. Yeah, that'd be perfect. 6404 Rubia Circle, Apollo Beach, Florida 33672. All right. So I didn't like this up here where it said something about silence. So I'm going to hit end call. I'm going to go back to the prompt here. I'm going to say the bot actually said the word silence. Can you check that and make sure it doesn't do that? Because you probably noticed that. All right. While it's doing that, I'm going to go back and grab this image. Yeah, it's still not looking right. Let me just do this again. So I'm going to paste this in here. The home. All right, so let's see what ChatGPT said about this. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so not really sure. Yeah, take the word silence out of the prompt and give me the full prompt again. So here we go. It's going to remake the full prompt for me. I just don't want somebody to play with it and be like, what the heck was that? And then focus on only that one stupid thing, right? All right, cool. So now I'm going to grab this prompt again. I'm going to go back to Vapi, go back to the prompt, and I am going to paste that right back in there. I'm going to hit publish. I don't know why that didn't publish. Let's try it one more time. publish it, talk to it one more time just to make sure it doesn't say that word again, silence. Hey, Paige, how much does it cost to get a power washing done? John Smith. Okay, great. It didn't do it. One thing we could do is we could say to ChatGPT, make up some demo pricing, full house, etc. For, oops. Let's do make up some demo pricing. Etc. Make sure to ask for square feet first. And assign different cost per square foot depending on the job, and give a preliminary estimate over the phone, but let them know all right. Okay, so how about that? So services that can actually give a price, we like to put that into the demo just in case somebody asks that, right? And the truth is I'm actually going a little bit longer than I usually do in these, just because I want to show you in detail how easy it is to make these and to make them, very, very nice. All right, so I'm gonna go back into here, paste that in there. I'm going to publish it one more time. Let's see how our video's coming. Okay, perfect. So we're going to use that one. And we're going to go back to Automations Plus, and we're going to go to SEO metadata. I'm going to grab the social image. I'm going to upload this new image. Okay, great. And then I'm going to say this for pressure washing. Yes, I know I spelled that wrong, but ChatGPT doesn't care. All right, so I'm going to go back over to here. I'm going to go up to content, paste that in there. And I'm going to say, do this one. Paste that in there. Going to update the SEO metadata. All right, now let's try out page one more time. And see if Page will give us an estimate. Hey, Paige, can you give me an estimate on how much it would cost to wash my driveway? Yes, my name is Russ Ward. Yeah, it's about 800 square feet. Okay, great. So you can see that it put the pricing in there, which is cool. Probably what I would do is I would change it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Update the prompt so we never reveal pricing per square foot. Just provide the price. Give me the remade prompt. I like to get this stuff done. So if I'm a customer and I'm thinking of things, what would I think that I would want to change, right? And I would want to change that because I wouldn't want them to do that. No, and I would say still price it out per square foot but just don't reveal the cost per. Now let's just see what it comes up with here. All right, so that's better. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy that. Actually, I don't like that. So give me the demo pricing per square foot again for different things and calculate price based on square foot. But all right, so I'm being kind of anal about this because I really wanted to impress them. So I'm going to say, all right, markdown language code, please. All right, so there we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. So you can see we're coming up on 20 minutes. I usually make these in about 15 minutes, but you can see I've been doing the prompt, and I'm going to say combine this to the entire prompt. Give it to me combined all together. Now let's just make sure that it puts that pricing into the prompt. There we go. It's putting the price down there at the bottom. Let's give an examples to itself on how to do it. Perfect. All right, so this is what we want. So I'm gonna go ahead and paste that back into Vapi. And I'm gonna publish it, talk to it one more time. Hey Paige, can I get an estimate on my driveway? Sure, Russ Ward. It's about 800 square feet. Perfect. All right, so now we know that's good. The last thing we have to do is we have to grab this thing up here. This is our assistant ID. So we're copy that. We're going to go back over here to our demo. We're going to go down to this code down here. This is what makes our orb for the website, and we're going to edit it. So I'm going to slide down here, right here where it says assistant ID. And I'm going to save that. And I am going to save it. Then I'm going to publish it. And we're going to have a look at it. So this is our new demo page. And then right in here, they can talk to the bot. And that is it. Everything is done. We can go back here. We can just back out of here. I'm going to go ahead and stop the timer. So right around 22 minutes, 23 minutes, we have this thing completely done. We've made edits, we've made video, images, everything. And then this is our demo page. And this is it. So let's say we do these a lot easier. We don't get as detailed. We could probably bust these out in about 15 minutes each, right? So what I'm thinking is that a VA, let's say they're only working a 4-hour shift, right? So 4 hours times 60, that's 240 minutes. And if they're doing 15 minutes on each of these, they can make about 16 demos a day. So if we went back to Google, went back to Google and we looked at all these businesses, right? So the VA could make a demo for the top 16, reach out and say, hey, we made this for you. And then out of those 16, probably one of them is going to buy it. Now I'll show you our pricing. Our pricing is, well, we didn't add the pricing in there, but let me do that. So all we're going to do is we're going to go to pricing. We're going to click AI voice receptionist, and we're going to save it. So when we update it, the pricing will be there. And you can see that it's $497 setup and $197 a month. So just imagine if we sold one of these a day, right? So $497, let's say we only work 20 days a week. We're Monday through Friday. So we're going to collect $9,940 in setup fees up front. And then we're going to collect $197 times 20, which would be another $39.40, but that would be recurring. So if you just sell one of these a day, just between cash collected on setup fees and the initial payment, right, we're looking at like $14,000 a month. And that is how easy this stuff is, guys. When I show these to people, they buy it. They do, and as long as I can get them to play with it, most of the time they're going to buy it. So anyway, I just want to show you how quick and easy that was. So you can see we did it very detailed in about 22 and a half minutes. If you wanted to really streamline it, really make your prompt easy to copy and paste, you could probably have this done in 10 minutes if you wanted to. So I have this challenge coming up to show you exactly how we do this, exactly how we reach out, exactly how we follow up, every single thing that we do to build these bots, make these templates. I provide you this template just like this. We put your logo at the top. It's the only difference. We show you how to build these things in Vapi. We're doing a lot. And this is going to be a challenge that we're doing over a 2-week period. We're going to be starting here in a couple of weeks. And if you want to get involved, we're going to show you exactly how to do this. We're going to give you all the resources, all the training. We're going to keep you accountable. So just let me know. If there's a sign up form, go ahead and get signed up. If there's not, reach out to me, Russ Ward, and I will give you all the information you need.